Hi there, my name is Ralph. I manage the instrument repair department at Bocal Majority Woodwinds in Richardson, Texas. I'd like to discuss with you on this video today about shipping in a most safe manner our Amati contrabassoons. We have quite a few of these instruments for sale and for rental, and one of the things that we've come to understand with a few of these instruments is that the low B natural and low B flat mechanism does sustain minor damage sometimes in transit. So what I'm going to do is to show you some things that I am going to encourage you to do before you ship your Contra and after, and then shipping it back. So what we're going to do, this long B flat rod here and the B natural rod here gets knocked even when we prepare the case and the instrument with plenty of padding. The case and the keys get knocked up, down, and back and forth, so which causes the lower notes to not speak. What I'm going to show you and ask you to do is, before you ship your Contra, we're going to take a screwdriver and take out this hinge screw here. We're going to pull it out, and we're going to pull this key here out here, pull this key rod out here, wrap them in bubble wrap, and ship that as is. Therefore, when you ship your contrabassoon, you will have this key and this key on, but these two connecting key rods will be off, thereby protecting these keys.
The low B rod is the longer of the two keys. That one for low B is the one that goes higher or closer to the top of the Contra. That one, the longer one, for low B, should be positioned such that the most pointed end goes underneath the C and B thumb key touches. The low B flat rod, or the shorter of the two rods, goes in the slot most near the bell of the Contra, with the pointed end going underneath the B flat thumb key.
Okay, this is the second video. This is actually taking out the hinge screw. So this hinge screw will come out about 1/8 of an inch. You'll hear it knocking when you do lefty-loosey. Okay, so it's now knocking. You might be able to hear that on the video. Okay, and then we just simply, my fingers might be able to get this pulled out, and it is. If your fingers, just by pinching with your thumb and your pointer finger, if that won't work, just wrap this very end of the hinge screw, wrap it with a handkerchief and get some needle nose pliers to protect the screw and just pull it out. Okay, so we're going to pull this out about just under 1 inch, and when you do that, you should be able to pull out the low B hinge, or the low B couple key that goes over here to the B natural. So we're just going to move it back and forth until we can get it gently away from the contrabassoon. We're going to take this rod and we're going to put someplace safe. Then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to continue pulling out the hinge screw so we can get to this, which is the B flat rod. So we're going to take the hinge rod out. It's out completely now. I'm going to put it over here to the side where it's nice and safe. Then I'm going to open the low B flat pad. You can barely see it in my screen. And we just take it out like this, very nice and slow. Here's the low B flat rod. And now I'm going to wrap both of those rods in bubble wrap and for safe travel. I am going to take this screw. This is important. It does need to go back into the posts and screwed in to place. You don't have to screw it all the way in. Maybe, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11 or 12 screws. It's about halfway in now. It's not going to come out in transit. Okay. That concludes the second video. So we've taken off the couple rods that go from this side of the contrabassoon over here to the bell side where the low B flat and B natural keys are. We've taken those off for transit and during shipping. So you've received, let's pretend you've received your contrabassoon and you notice that it's missing these two rods that go right here. Okay, the B natural is here and the B flat is here. So it's missing that. It does have, should have its hinge rod. So we're just simply going to unscrew that hinge rod. We're going to pull it out, put it someplace safe for a moment. Then you'll find wrapped in your case, in bubble wrap, you should have these two couple bridge system rods. They look roughly like maybe the letter M. So it's important to know which one is which. If you look at them side by side, one is definitely longer than the other. This one right here that I'm shaking is longer than this one, okay? The one that's longer is the B natural. So you're going to take both of those keys, and the first thing you're going to need to do, move my camera here just a little bit, we need to make sure that the ends of these go underneath the bridge system over here on the bell. Okay, so then the next thing we do, and give yourself plenty of time to do this, it's a little bit awkward. Then the next thing we'll do is to make sure that everything is in line right here, okay? Everything needs to be coming together this way. So I had to pause mine for a moment because I'll show you what happened. You can tell that the end of the rods are now underneath the low C and low, or the low B natural and the low B flat key. They're underneath the thumb keys. I had to put it on pause because this rod right here was actually laying on top of this B flat key, and that's not what we want, of course. And also, we want to make sure that the other end, this end here, is on top or underneath the bridge key there and there. These two need to be on top. The ends will be underneath. Okay, so once I've got all that arranged, and very carefully, I have it arranged now properly. Now what we'll need to do is take the hinge rod that's going to go right through this whole system here. And if you have any trouble getting that hinge rod in, it doesn't hurt to have some key oil. Put a couple of drops of key oil right in this area here, and it'll carry it all the way down. That'll help it slide through. Okay, And so now I've got it in place. I'm checking to make sure that the B flat and B natural keys are underneath each one of these. Nothing's on top here, nothing's on top there, that's good. I'm also checking to make sure that the ends of the rods are underneath the B natural and the B flat keys, and they're both resting underneath these thumb keys. Okay, and once all that is set, we screw this screw in all the way, just finger tight. You don't need to crank it absolutely wrist tight, because that may cause binding, but just do it all the way in, finger tight, and you should be good to go.